Hey guys. I don't even. Humble first. I have a cat. I live in a house. I technically have access to medicine, emergency services, but I've started to burn my bridges at various hospitals. And I know why. Because of my alcoholism. And the pain that I have in my gut is similar to what I had 2 years ago. I think that did go away eventually too. I don't know if it was like an infection or what. I just don't know what to do. I can't do inpatient because I'll just check myself out within 2 days, and then what's the point? Therapist doesn't want to see me. She said call the front desk, so obviously doesn't really want to see me. Got locked into a room in the hospital. Sorry, at CMAR, and freaked out and had to leave because I needed my phone battery, and they were calling me on the phone because they didn't want to touch me. It just felt so dehumanizing, you know. That they didn't really care about me. They just cared about them and infecting other people. I don't know if I have COVID. I don't think I do. I mean, I've been having hot flash issues, but that's also because I'm day 6 of no alcohol, and I apparently have having hormone issues again. My thyroid's acting up. But I don't want to go back to the mainland. After I left the medical clinic under distress because I needed my phone battery so I could catch the buses, so I could catch the ferry back to where I fucking live. Right after that, on I think it was June 4th, no, like June 8th, something like that, I got hit by, that black youth, and he stole my mom's purple scarf, and it was just me there. My mom wasn't there, but he was like pulling on my head, and I just felt so fucking worthless. And because I've not been feeling great the past month, and so like after leaving Seymour and then sitting down on the ground, and after talking nicely to a nice person that was next to me who happened to be black, that lowered my guard, because I was like, oh, hashtag not all blacks. And then what happens? A fucking black youth comes by and he's like, you remember me? And of course I didn't remember him. He was wearing a mask. All I could see his eyes. So I pulled down his face and I sort of remembered him. But the thing is, yeah, I was. I don't exactly remember. I was in that area. I was in that spot in downtown Tacoma. I don't know the streets. Because fuck Tacoma, that's why. So I don't remember what happened last time. I guess 3 years ago, I was in his neighborhood and I did something to offend him. I'm pretty sure I didn't call him the N word. I don't know what I did, but I was drunk and I just remember running away from him as fast as possible because I was afraid for my life. That's what I remember. So I didn't report it. So this happened like 3 years ago. I forgot about it. And then what fucking happened? Um, I I forgot about it so I could go back into Tacoma and not worry. And so after I got out of the clinic this time, I was so upset with the Seymour thing. I had one glass of wine. One glass of wine. I was not drunk. I had one glass of wine. I sat down at the bus stop after not getting a test for COVID. They didn't even test me. So I sat down at the bus stop, and then this guy's in my face. Do you remember me? And I didn't really remember him, but I sort of did as he was intimidating me. And he was like up in my face going like this. Oh, why are you flinching? Why are you flinching? Right in my fucking face. And I was just, because of the whole Black Lives Matter and the riots, I knew that I couldn't fight this guy back. I knew that other people around me would not help, and I would be seen as the aggressor. At least that's how I perceived it. Yeah, I was on the ground and I was just shaking and with fear. And then he's like, I had my mom's purple scarf, and he's pulling it on my neck really hard. Not like trying to break my neck hard, but like that. Maybe a little less pulley than that, but still, yeah. Maybe it actually was that bad, but the pain was dulled by that glass of wine. Anyway, you shouldn't be outside drinking. I know that. I've been drinking for 20 fucking years now, and I've tried to stop. I've gone to so many fucking AA meetings, I can't even fucking count how many. I want to fucking stop. I guess the stop is just I never drink ever again. And for me, that's just like too much. Like, I will freak out and throw a baby fit and cry and shout and possibly hurt myself and others if I just go cold turkey. Anyway, back to the story. So, after leaving Seymour under duress, after having a panic attack because my battery phone was lying low, my battery level was dropping, I went there for fucking withdrawal symptoms from alcohol because I've been trying to quit. So I was all hot and sweaty, and I was coughing because it's the mainland, and I have asthma, and like I admit I'm a fucking idiot, or I shouldn't degrade myself, but I feel bad that I have let my health get to this point where, I eat a lot of junk food. I exercise not a lot, but an okay amount, but not enough. Way too much time in front of the computer, and I drink, and I smoke marijuana, and marijuana every day, YOLO. Ugh. It's terrible. It just makes you lazy. That you do all the time, and then you live on a fucking island with basically no people your age to hang out with. They all just keep to themselves. I'm the weird guy, apparently, or I don't want to hang out with them, or whatever, because they haven't invited me over. People who invited me over when I first came to this island, tried to break into shit. So I was like, I'm not cool with that. And I guess I'm a pariah now. What the fuck ever. The story. But yeah, I feel like I do have to explain why I'm such a fuck up. I've chosen drugs and alcohol as shortcuts, and being sober is so fucking hard. I almost would rather blow my fucking head open than be sober. Just because it's just so painful, and alcohol is just feels so good. All the pain in life goes fucking away with alcohol. And at least I'm not smoking meth with alcohol. I 4 or 5 years sober from meth now, and I wasn't a heavy meth user. I used it occasionally, probably like 20, 30 times over 22 years, which is, too much. It's too much. But I have seen people go through that heroin meth hole and they're dead or they're worse on the streets, and they think people are stalking them, and I can't hang out with these people anymore because they're fucking hardcore drug addicts. And yes, alcohol I consider a hardcore drug. I definitely do, but it's not in the same sort of level, I guess. Anyway, yeah, I'm just, free flowing here because I was going to do this report video for a while and I can't find my ID, so I can't buy alcohol. So, yeah. I guess I'm just trying to process the feelings instead of just drinking them away. But I definitely need to taper down on the alcohol. That's the thing. Like, I tried to get meds. I know benzos are addictive, but that's what you give people who are tapering down alcohol. I guess I have tried that quite a few times in the past, and it hasn't really stuck. So it's like, all they want to do is shovel me into inpatient, and it's just disrespectful and annoying, because even the therapist was like, call the front desk. And it's like, okay, obviously you don't want to deal with me anymore. It's like, it's fucking annoying. Alright, I will finish the story now. He threatened to punch me a bunch of times. Then he pulled on the scarf, and I slowly took off the scarf, and I zipped up my backpack because I was going for like some water, and I was finishing a sandwich that I had gotten from the store. And I sort of held it like this, and he's like, yeah, give me that. And he took it. So, I say he stole it, which, because I thought that giving it to him would make him leave me the fuck alone, because he was just right in my face, fake punching me and acting like he was going to hurt me. And then he whap really hard in the head. I don't know. Okay, 10 out of 10 punch would be like you're knocked out or super concussed. This was like a 5 out of 10. Just like, you still shouldn't hit people. So like my vision blurred for a second, but then I was okay. And, the pain didn't last long, but I was shocked, and I just started crying, and I just hoped I could get home in time, and it just takes me fucking hours because I've chosen not to learn to drive, because driving is one of the most dangerous things you can do. So is obviously alcohol. Oh, my eyes are offset. I'm one of those people. So can alcohol. Uh, I never wanted to get behind the wheel of a car after drinking alcohol. I figured that was really bad. So I figured, while I'm having my alcohol addiction, I will not learn how to drive. I figured that was the responsible thing to do. And it sort of was, I suppose, because I haven't killed anybody while drunk driving, because I've never drunk drive. I have never driven a car before. I've tried in a parking lot with my dad, but it didn't work out. I think I was a bit stoned at the time, but still, I was just really worried about fucking up his engine because he has a manual. My mom and dad have fucking manuals. Savages. Anyway, I guess a lot of this is first world problems, but it feels really good to vent because I don't have a fucking therapist anymore. So it is definitely good to vent, and hopefully I will continue to make better choices. But yeah, I mean, you can't just quit alcohol. That was stupid. But I ran out of money, so I couldn't drink for 6 days, and I wasn't gonna steal it. Fuck that shit. Ugh. So anyway, I don't want to go to Tacoma. I don't want to call the doctors, even though I have a pain in my belly right here for the past month. It's the same kind of pain I've had before about 2 years ago, but it seemed to go away. And then, of course, I resumed my normal drinking. At least I don't tend to drink hard alcohol, but I broke after not drinking hard alcohol for months. I broke and I drank hard alcohol at the beginning of June, I think. My liver hurt really bad after that, so it's still recovering. It still hurts every day. I wish I could talk to the doctor about it. They sent me a letter for my hormones. They sent me a fucking letter in the height of the coronavirus epidemic, and the letter was like 3 months late, and it said, "Oh, your hormones are out of whack." Oh, gee, thanks, guys. Is that why I've been feeling like shit? I mean, yeah, part of the shit feeling is the drinking, obviously, but I know my body, and I feel extra shit. And I think that's because my hormones are out of whack. And I dread going back to that place. I dread having another panic attack. It's like, okay, so I did make a phone appointment with the med person, so, I'll talk to her in a couple days. So now I have to make an appointment with stupid ass fucking Seymour about talking to the doctor, and then the doctor will say something like, "You need to come in," and then of course they don't. It's like they want you to come in, but they want you to stay in your car. But I don't drive, so the only way we could get over is my mom taking me over, and she doesn't like to take me over when it's not that once a month now. And now you got to wear a mask everywhere, and I have asthma, and I fucking hate wearing that mask. I just instantly, fog all over my glasses. Yes, I know there's a solution to that or something, but it's so hard to breathe. It's so fucking hard to breathe with asthma. And yes, I sort of got myself here, and I'm trying to dig myself out. But it is like, it's like a ice cream scoop to like it's like an ice cream scoop, a tiny little ice cream scoop, instead of a shovel. Like the shovel would maybe be like inpatient or something. I'm open to outpatient too. I did outpatient for a while, 3 or 4 years ago. It was really nice. Yeah. So the shovel, it's like I have a spoon right now, and I'm trying to dig a giant mound of dirt that I've created, and I just can't do it. I mean, I can, but it's gonna take some time because I'm not willing to go to inpatient. I'm just not. I mean, I am, but there's no point in going if I'm not ready, and I'll just check myself out and use up my benefits, because we don't have fucking free healthcare in this country, so you can't just go to rehab for free a bunch of times. Can't do it. We have so many fucking people in jail that just need fucking drug rehab. So this was good. I vented. I said some very personal information. And hopefully that guy, if he's watching, I am sorry about whatever I said or did to offend you, but punching me and taking my mom's scarf was not like, it wasn't cool. It's making me definitely want to do like Trump, it's making me definitely want to go. I was gonna go, "I'm coming out for Trump. Oh, look at me. I got my hat on. Da, 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 da." And a lot of people on the Discord who are watching this know that I'm sort of for Trump. But it's so hard for me as a Democrat that voted for Obama twice, because about 70% of the stuff that he does and says just disgusts me. And I only want to vote for him for like 30% of the reasons. And Joe Biden, it's probably like I agree with probably 70% of what he says and disagree with only 30%. But he's just such a fucking weak candidate. And all the cool, funny memes come from 4chan. And it's just like, I remember having such a good time during the meme war of 2016. It's like, it shouldn't be us or them. It shouldn't be left or right. It shouldn't be you're either a Nazi racist or a social justice warrior. It shouldn't fucking be like that. So I don't know who the fuck I'm gonna vote for. Probably Trump, just because I'm so sick of this corrupt fucking system where, like, we literally can't have free healthcare because there are fucking lobbyists and people paying off Congress and senators, so we can't have free healthcare. Like, that's how fucking good. That's called corruption. That's called bribery in other countries, and we do not, lazy eye there. We do not recognize that. So, if you want me to do more updates like this, I mean, it's not every day that I go over to Tacoma and get punched and get isolated in a room because they want to test me for corona. So, and no, I have no idea if I have it or not, because they couldn't do the test because I needed to leave because my battery power was low, because that was my fault because I didn't charge the battery all the way up. I thought I'd be in and out, but I was in that room for about 40 minutes, and in that time the power just dropped and dropped and dropped, and I started to freak out, and I said, I have to get out of here. And they said, okay. And I don't even know if they locked me in the room or not, but it felt like I couldn't leave. All right, cryo pals, cryo fags. No, he said the F word. Oh my god. D, cancel Keen. Cancel Keen. See you later.